Hello and welcome to another edition of the Red Phoenix Gaming Podcast. This is going to be a little bit different because we're actually going to have faces and Destiny and other things going on. So you'll see the man behind the voice / woman behind the voice. I am Derek, and with me, as always, of course, is the lovely Michelle.
What number are we on? 11? Is this
We
podcast 11?
Yeah, we are on podcast 011.
We missed last week.
We
We're
missed last
sorry.
week due to technical difficulties. We're hoping we don't have technical difficulties tonight. Fingers crossed we get through the whole thing here. And we're going to talk about some stuff and things and whatnot that happened over the last week or so that mattered to us. So let's get it rolling. Would you like to start her off?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Let's
We
talk
can talk
about
about whatever your
De-
heart desires.
Destiny just had some DLC come out.
It did.
Yeah. On the 9th?
I I didn't get it.
Oh, the dark. Neither did I. We're so bad at this. The dark below.
Hold on. We're not bad at this. In our defense, we literally just beat the game
We
Wednesday.
did. We're awesome.
So, like, we're not bad. We're just busy. Too busy to finish Destiny.
It's also called lazy, but
Truth. Truth.
okay. So new DLC came out. If you bought it for PlayStation 4 and you got the digital copy, they're having some trouble actually playing the game. And there's a bug that when the countdown goes and finishes, you can't get past the countdown timer.
So basically, like, locks you out of Destiny? Is that what?
No Destiny for you. Yeah. It's not really affecting Xbox players. It's just PlayStation 4 people who don't get to play.
Take that, PlayStation 4 users.
In your face. Xbox beat you in November anyway.
Wait, aren't we PlayStation 4 users?
We are. Oh.
Oh.
We're also Xbox owners.
That's right. That's right. So, speaking of that, so when they pushed out this DLC, now, have you seen that it's actually like ruining the game for other people too?
It stinks. I feel bad for those peeps.
Like it's getting to the point where like they're saying, "Oh, well, if I know we know you've been doing strike missions this entire time, but unless you pay us $20,
You
you're
can
not
no
allowed to do
have.
strikes anymore." And you can't have all the new equipment, and you can't do anything fun. You know what? You might as well just take your game back. Like that's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, it's sad.
Another thing that pertaining to Destiny that I saw was that I guess the Destiny characters are going to carry over
I'm so
to
pumped
Destiny
for that.
2.
Yeah, I think that's great. I read that and then I was thinking like, we should totally get the DLC now and level up as much as we can. So when Destiny 2 comes out, we just take our character with us and we're just badass.
So my question for that is, with the leveling style of Destiny, how it's sort of like an RPG, is this going to turn into like a expansion of Destiny? Is like Destiny 2 or Destiny 3, if they get that far, going to be just like expansion games like StarCraft has Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void and whatever, or Diablo 2 has Lord of Destruction? Like, are we just going to see these things like it's a $60 expansion, or are we going to see an actual new game coming out?
I don't know. They haven't talked much about it and they're not giving up a lot of information. They're just like giving little teasers like, oh, you get to take your character and they have like new concept art and stuff like that. So we will have to wait and see.
What do you project? Give me your insights. What do you think?
I feel like
Your
it's going to be
intuition.
I think it'll be a new game.
A whole new game,
But
just with
if you
levels.
played, yeah, if you played the first Destiny, you get, a one up on everybody.
So, have you ever played dot hack? Dot hack
No.
infection or dot hack mutation or whatever.
No.
Okay, so a little insight into dot hack. The game basically says there are four games, and if you get infection, which is the first game, and you play through the entire game, you can export your character to a save and then import that character to your next game. So all this hard work you've done gets you up to a level 25 or gets you up to a level 27 or however much you grind. That's what level you're at when you start the next game. Great idea, right? That's what Destiny's doing. What happens to the people who get Destiny 2? They start and they like don't they've never played Destiny. What happens?
They suck.
You start from scratch, you're going to make them start at zero?
Yeah, or they can pay $29.99 and they can get a level 20.
Oh, you're gonna.
Let
That's
me
right.
take your
Give me
microtransaction.
your microtransactions as much as possible.
Yeah, or it could be like World of Warcraft where you can like put your character on eBay and people can buy it and bid on it.
No, stop it. Stop it now.
I would do it.
So the reason I bring up dot hack is that Mutation actually did an awesome idea where they took your character, whatever character you carry in is at level X, but then if you create a new character, you already start out at level 25. Destiny should implement that, where if you bring in your character and you're level 30, fine, but if you just start off, you already start out at 15. Doesn't matter what happens. Here's your 15. You can pick whatever, skills you want. If you want to be a blade dancer, you can be a blade dancer. If you want to be your golden gun hunter like I am, you could be like golden gun hunter person, like whatever.
I understand that.
You're
I
not a
just,
fan?
no, I paid $60 for this game and I worked my butt off. And
You want them to start at zero so they
yeah,
can
they should
feel
have
your
to start
pain.
over and feel my pain. Like we've gotten into areas with people in this game who are much higher level than us, and then we follow them into these amazing little areas that like we couldn't even open if we wanted to. And then bam, they disappear and we get stuck.
We're
Why?
trapped.
'Cause we're not a high enough level.
That's what you get
And
for being
then
a level 11, damn it.
yeah, then we sit there and have to be trapped in this area. And then, lucky for us, another group of super high level people came
Comes in.
in and we went running out the hole to escape. Like, I
Because,
worked,
yeah, the door closed.
yeah,
We were
so
stuck.
I worked hard and I paid money, so I don't know why other people shouldn't have to. But I see your point. I would just be bitter
Super salty. Salty dog.
all day.
Moving on, I guess we can get away from Destiny for a little while and talk about seeing as how PlayStation's having issues. We'll talk about PlayStation, right?
Okay,
Why
yeah,
not?
all day.
So I know you're a huge fan of all of the fighter games on every console. I know you're just like such a, giant. What
My
like
fave.
your favorite game type is the fighting genre. So, Street Fighter V, PS4 exclusive. How mad are you?
I'm not even I'm not even upset a little bit. This always goes back to the same thing where we're talking about, game exclusivity. Who cares? I have an Xbox and I bought an Xbox One not just because I'm loyal to the brand, but someday there's going to be a new, Gears of
Gears
War
of
game
War.
and I'm going to play it. And PlayStation people can't. And you know what? If you have a PlayStation, you want to play Gears of War, go buy an Xbox, and then you could play it. I'm not
Wow.
upset. I guess if a game came out that I was like, I have to have this, then I'd go buy the console. And if I couldn't afford it, it would suck to be me. That's
Wow. So
that's
you're
how I
saying that
feel.
I just have to go out and buy my Wii U already? That's what you're telling me.
You've been talking about buying one forever, so yes.
I probably do. We'll see after holiday season what happens. I'm
Maybe
ready for
Santa
one.
will bring you a Wii.
I'm so ready.
Then you'd have a white
Um,
console.
well, then I would have, yeah, then I would have, but I would actually buy the black Wii U.
Then you'd be matchy.
Yeah, exactly.
My
That's
360's
racist.
red. My 360's red. Xbox 360.
Nope, everything is dark. All of it. All of
Mine
it's
says
dark.
mine says Gears of War across the front of it too.
Well, that's because it's wrong.
I'm fancy.
On the exclusiveness, do you think that this is sort of like a shots fired at Tomb Raider, where like they took Tomb Raider from us, so we're gonna take Street Fighter from them, even though Street Fighter is not really an Xbox type exclusive?
No, I think this is a competitive market, and I think that these gaming systems make deals with companies, and if you get in with them, you do. If you don't, you don't. Xbox and Call of Duty have an agreement that they get all the DLC first. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
right.
someday, maybe there will come a point where that agreement ends, and then PlayStation can throw their hat in and be like, "Hey, Call of Duty, can we have the DLC first?" And Xbox will turn around and be like, "Hey, this is what we're going to put on the table. This is what we're going to give you." And then Call of Duty says, You can still have it, Xbox. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
whoever comes up with the best offer is going to get exclusivity.
Right. And actually I do like that Phil Spencer came out afterwards and was like, "Look, I know that we don't have Street Fighter, but we're going to make amends." I don't know what that means. I don't know if he knows what that means. But he says that he likes the idea um you know it was his exact quote. "I love the idea of game franchise bartering. I'll work on making amends
What are they
for
bartering
SF."
for?
I
Like,
For
hey,
exclusivity, like that's
hey, if you give me that,
like yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
going
I
to
mean,
give you
it's
this shiny gold Xbox Live for Life card. Like, what do you
yeah,
get
like
for that? What are you
I
bartering
don't
for,
I
Phil?
don't know. I just like the fact that he came out and he's like, "Look, we know we done wrong by you. We're gonna come out and do right by you at some point." So I don't know what he's referring to. I don't know if he's like gonna be like, "Look, guys, remember Tomb Raider? Remember that thing? Like, here it is. You can have it now. That's me doing right by you." Or if he's actually gonna come out and be like, "Look, we didn't get Street Fighter, but here's Killer Instinct, which is an Xbox specific game," and be like, "Here's Killer Instinct. We're gonna give it to everyone because you guys don't get Street Fighter." Like the
That'd be a
games with
nice gesture.
yeah, games with gold thing. Like not just the one character, but we're gonna give you entire first season because what is it? It goes by seasons now, right? So it
Yeah.
goes like season 1, season 2, whatever. So we'll see what happens. I think it's funny that Xbox was like, "Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider, check it out." And now PlayStation's like, "Now
Look
we're
what I
fighting."
has.
Exactly.
You cannot have this.
Good
Arg.
luck with nothing. Speaking of Phil, so there was, um, he's been like in and out of saying things on Twitter, obviously because of his job. So he actually, after the PlayStation Experience event or whatever came out, he was like, "Yeah, yeah, that was a good event, but we have games too." Is that just like a shot out there being like, "Hey, don't forget about us. Like
I
we're
don't
here
think
too."
so. I just think Phil doesn't know how to talk on Twitter sometimes. Maybe he needs like a PR person to edit his stuff. I don't think he meant anything nasty about it. I don't know why he had to mention Xbox. Yes, you're going to have great stuff in 2015.
Like
Heck,
they all are. They all have
yeah.
something slated. Uncharted's supposed to come out in 2015. It's gonna be awesome for PlayStation if you're, a Drake fan, if you're a Naughty Dog fan. But Xbox is coming out with Halo 5 or Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like they both have games, and we know that they both have games.
Wasn't the PlayStation experience like a celebration for PlayStation 2? It wasn't didn't they like wasn't that like their
Yeah.
anniversary or something too? Like let
Well,
them
they
have it.
yeah, they came out. They did like a lot of their announcements there. It was an event in Vegas, and they did a bunch of their announcements for like 2015 lineup. So I mean, they really came out and they said like, "Look at all the things we're gonna have." But I just, again, I thought it was funny. Phil Spencer comes in and he's like, "Hey guys, just wanted to remind you, Xbox is still real, uh, and yeah, so pay attention to us. Thanks, bye."
That's like me bringing over like my new car and be like, "Oh my God, look at my car." And then you being like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to show you the car I get next year."
Yeah,
Like
it's like you get a new
I'd
car
feel
and then I'm
kind of
like,
deflated
yeah,
almost.
I'd
Like
be like, "Your car's nice, but the car that I'm gonna send out or the car that I'm gonna get next year is just gonna be so much better."
so let's take from this, Phil, stop being a one-upper. Just let them have it, and then you can have your moment,
That's right.
one-upper.
Switching gears, we'll
Of
go
war.
to a game that we super love, uh, Assassin's Creed. All right, go ahead, take your breath, get your bitter out. So the more and more that I've been thinking about this, the more and more I regret not getting the DLC.
I'm being patient. I
The
understand. I
the
know.
only
Well,
right the only reason I wish I would have got it though is because now that it's been crapped out and they're gonna give you a free game, the free games look good.
I know they had Watch Dogs was on there, Far Cry
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
I kind of
Yep.
want to play that. Just the commercials that they put out right before it came out
I
compared
know.
to everything else I saw before, I was like, "Oh my God,
I
I need
really want to
this."
play it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, they had like the crew, they had Black Flag. They had that Rayman game, and they
I
had
played
Just
Black
Dance.
Flag. I played that. I played Black Flag. I
Yeah,
beat that game with the
it,
boats.
it,
However, did you know that Assassin's Creed Unity in the Initiates doesn't know that I played Black Flag? Well, it does know. It just doesn't want to give me credit.
doesn't
So
want to give you credit for anything.
I still don't have Ezio's gear.
Yes, I have it. Yes. I mean, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle.
Pissed about that.
I'm so sorry to hear
Do
that.
they know that I would pay? I would pay
You'd
money,
you'd pay good money. You'd pay a lot
dollars.
of money,
Oh, this outfit is $9.99. Bam, you can have.
even if it was pink, especially if it was pink.
Oh, if it was pink, I'd pay 20. Do you hear that? You hear me? I would do
Here,
it.
20. Well, speaking of assassins, so we've actually put it down a little bit since we've both beat the game,
It was a great
and
game. I loved this storyline. I've loved it better than the last two games that I've played from them.
now they're coming out with a patch, I believe next week, and it's
Yeah,
supposed to fix all of the issues. They say
that's nice. Thank you.
every single one of them,
Freezing,
all of it,
dumping,
all of it.
the initiates that are broken.
The only thing I can say is, where was this last month? No, I'm not. I'm not being bitter. I'm not going to be bitter. Congrats. I'm happy to hear it. Thanks for pushing out your game. It was broke.
It was a
What?
really good
What?
game, though. I enjoyed that story a lot. Maybe once
So
they have all the updates done, I should dump my file again and
replay
replay it. It was a really good game. I loved the story.
the
I
whole
really
game.
did. Yeah.
Just replay everything.
I'm just actually grinding out, occasionally getting the chests and
Yeah.
those. What were those things called? The blue and the white and the red. What are those?
Cockades.
Arcades. Those.
That's right.
I gotta help Napoleon somewhere.
No, no.
He needs a little assistance.
Napoleon's not in that game. She's lying. It's a spoiler. Not Napoleon.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Tina.
Tina Tram.
Tina. Eat your ham.
I should watch that movie. I haven't watched that movie in a really long time.
Oh my goodness.
God.
No, moving on. We're not talking
You bring me
about
my
Tina eating ham.
chopstick. Sorry. I'm gonna go
Your
on.
mom goes to college.
Your mom. Okay.
Seriously though, we've been talking online. It's getting pretty serious. So moving on.
All right. All right. All right.
Did you see? Oh, speaking of broken games, so would you have preferred Assassin's Creed to just be delayed, so it wasn't broken?
Yeah, I've done that before. I've had to sit around like they said, "Oh my God, this game's gonna come out here," and then it doesn't. And then they're like, right before it's supposed to come out, they're like, "It's delayed till this month." What game was it? BioShock. The last BioShock that came out, that was delayed twice,
Yeah.
and that was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever put my hands on.
So it was a good thing that it was delayed.
Yeah, I'll throw temper tantrums, but when it comes out, it's completely worth it.
So do you think The Witcher 3 being delayed is a good thing?
Probably. That means that something's wrong with it. They've done this more than once, too. They haven't delayed this
Yeah.
once. This is more than once, like 2 or 3 times. So
Right.
there's probably, they don't have it where it needs to be. It's going to be a pretty large game. So they're going to get it all right. And then they're going to put it out, and people are going to be like, damn it, I hated waiting that long, but I appreciate it because
But it
now
was so worth it.
it's totally worth it.
And I
Yeah.
think people are gonna really come back to like appreciating the fact that the game works and it's not broken. Because especially with all the games that came out lately, they just have so much that's not finished, and everyone. I don't know if this is really what's going on, but I feel like the feeling is that people don't care if the game comes out broken. They just
I care.
I know that we do, but like I feel like the developers are just like, yeah, just send it out. We'll patch it later. Like that's not
Can't do
that's not
that.
okay. That's not like a good way to continue making money.
If let's say the next Gears, because I always go back to this, because this Gears of War got me playing BioShock 1 and Gears of War 2. Like, I played the first one, but I was kind of like, meh. And Gears of War 2 really got me playing video games. Really got me playing. So my heart is with Gears of War. And if they came out and said, hey, This game, it is coming Christmas 2015. I would be so pumped and I couldn't wait for Christmas. And if they say, you know what, we're sorry, second quarter 2016, I am going to be a pissed off teenager for a little bit and I'm going to complain the whole time to myself and I'm going to be sad about it. But the minute that game comes out, I'm going to be there on, release day.
Right.
And I'm going to pick that game up and play it. I'm going to play it and I'm going to love it and I'm still going to spend the money and I'm going to be glad. Oh my God, look at this. You delayed it, but now look at the product you created.
Yeah, yeah. As long as, like you said, as long as the game comes out and it turns out to be delayed for a good reason, I'm fine with it. I'm completely okay with it. Uh, it's gonna be when if the game comes out and it's still broken after it's been delayed twice, then I'm
Frustrating.
gonna have issues. Which
Yeah,
I don't think Witcher's gonna have that problem. I feel like Witcher's gonna come out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna look beautiful because it already looks beautiful. And I'm gonna get it for PlayStation probably because the PlayStation can handle everything. Uh, and it's funny that I say that because I always looked at it as, oh, Xbox and PlayStation are basically the same console, and now it's to the point where everything I
we've
look at on
learned.
PlayStation, it looks that much better.
The last two
Uh,
games we've bought is on
y-
PlayStation.
yeah, and I mean,
No, that's not
I,
right. The last three games we've bought.
yep, no, Xbox 360 was in there,
That doesn't count. We're talking about next gen.
whatever. But yeah,
Not
yeah,
our
seriously, like
archaic systems. I have an Atari in the basement.
I was gonna say, actually, the last three games I bought was on Steam, so
We're not talking about computers.
well,
Talking
just
about
saying,
consoles.
don't be salty.
Salty.
Um, but yeah, like I'm super excited for it. I'm ready for it. When, let's get May here right now so we can play this game.
Truth.
Uh, so well, speaking of games, obviously because we've been talking about games this
So what
entire
we're
time.
talking about? I didn't know.
I think, um, I actually am looking at this and it looks like, from what I can tell, Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be coming out, which we
Yeah.
knew because the other version or like the prequel to it came out
Right.
for next gen. But Metal Gear Solid is going to come out with their Metal Gear Online. So they're kind of like putting almost like a two games in one. But my question for you is like, should it be two different games? Is it? I mean, like I know that that's what they're kind of like packaging it as, but like if Metal Gear Solid comes out, that's a single player. It's always known to be just a single player, but they have a multiplayer coming out. Should it actually be separate, or do you think that they are going to offer it as like two separate games so that if people just want to play multi, they can just play multi?
Let me ask you this. Do you have to pay for the multiplayer?
No, it's
So
coming
it's
out
free.
full free. Well, with the console,
So I don't think that's
or not the
really
console, but with the game.
a really big deal. I mean, I know there are people who buy Call of Duty and don't touch the single player.
Right.
And so maybe having that choice, like, oh, especially if you have to download both of them, if you don't care to play online with people, then you could take a pass on it and not fill up your memory with something you're not going to use.
Well, my thought on that, or my question on this then is, do you think that this is the route that other games are going to take like a Call of Duty, where they're going to say, look, we know that most people play it just for the multiplayer. We'll give you a $40 multiplayer. All you need to buy is a multiplayer. Everything else, will work like normal in multi. There's no difference. It's just you don't get that single player, and we're cutting $20 off. Do you think that they would sell more? Like more copies, more anything based off of giving you that price cut just for
For,
what you want.
I don't think so. I would still, but I would still spend $60 on Call of Duty if Call of Duty came out and said there's no more single player, we only make a multiplayer game going forward, and they never make a single player again, and they sell it to me for $59.99. I'm gonna buy it.
Okay. Well,
And if they gave me a choice,
Titanfall did that. T-
stupid.
Titanfall came out and said we're only doing multiplayer, and
I mean,
that's what happened.
and
There was
I
no
bought
single
it for
player.
59.99.
You did. I'm
I haven't
curious.
touched it in forever. I don't know. That's a tough question. I always play the single players.
Like you would buy it, you would buy both. You would
I
buy
would
the
buy.
$60 or pay the $60 and buy the season pass and do all the other
And
garbage
I
that goes
feel
along
like
with
the
it.
guy that plays Call of Duty
Like
is
my
gonna.
wife though. Like my wife won't. Well, this one was a little different. She played through the single player.
She
This is the
usually
first
doesn't
single
play.
player she played
That
through
would
the
save you
entire game.
guys money.
Right, and she doesn't, like I said, she doesn't play through it, but she played through that, and then all she plays is multi. It's all she plays in every other Call of Duty.
So, in my
So,
opinion, I think that the companies are going to lose money because the person that would still go out and buy it for $60, they're going to lose $20 selling it to the same people for less money.
but there should be more people because there's more people that wait on it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick it up when it gets cheaper." What if you give it to them for $40? You say, "Look, there's no single player," then you make your money because more people are gonna buy it.
I still think they would take a loss. I think the people that are going to buy it are going to buy it at full
I don't,
price. How many copies did they sell on the first day?
I don't know.
A lot.
Well, the thing is that Call of Duty's been in a continuous decline, although I don't think they were this year. But the past trend has been since like Modern Warfare 2, it's been declining. So this could be a way for them to actually break apart and be like, all of our people can go here, all of our single people can go here and then still play multi, but they just pay more. I mean, you already do a season pass. It's not like you're gonna miss out on that much more money. And $20 for a multiplayer copy compared to a single player, like you said, you and I will still buy the single player. We're the
Right.
type of people who want to play through it. But I don't know.
It,
I'd
it's a
be
it's a good
surprised if they don't.
concept.
Yeah,
I
I'd be
like the
surprised if they don't
concept. I
at
just
least
don't
look
think
into
it
it.
would make them money. I don't, in my opinion, I don't see a lot more people going out and buying it and then the company just making less money. I think that's what would happen.
Well, I
I could be
guess
wrong. This could be like the golden
the
camel.
start, yeah, the start for
I made up
like
that phrase. I don't even know what that means. I
the
got it.
golden camel.
Yeah, golden camel.
It's gonna catch on. We're gonna bring it
Boom.
back. Well, I guess for Metal Gear Solid, it's better to have two games than one. Um, and I guess it's better than like a remake because I'm pretty sure this has been the year of the remake between all I mean between all of the games that have come out and they're just carbon copies of their previous port. And GTA 5 has been an amazing game. Look, it's so much better on next gen. It's literally the same exact game with better graphics.
Yeah.
Not that I'm discounting it. It's a great game, but I feel like this is the year of the remake.
I'm not going to go out and buy a game that I already played.
Yes, you will.
I don't think so.
And we'll get to it in two stories. First story, so Final Fantasy is going to come out remaster.
No way.
Final Fantasy
Final
10.
Fantasy? Oh my God.
I know
Get-
you're so excited. Actually, if there's one Final Fantasy you should play, it is 10.
How
You don't
many
have to
are
play
there?
10 too.
I can't even handle this.
We're almost up to 15. That's the one
75.
that comes out next.
I never
Uh,
touched Final Fantasy ever in my life because that's not my thing.
so you should play 10. I know it's not your thing. You should still play it.
Hey, you know
Now,
what you should do? You should go buy it for
and then share play
PlayStation
it.
4 and then we'll share play it and then we'll have that discussion.
Absolutely. I will
Okay,
totally
that's a
do
good
that.
deal. Thank you, SharePlay. That's my favorite thing about the PlayStation.
Absolutely. We could have an hour like play date every night and you could watch me play through a 40-hour game.
We do that shit all the time
We'll
together.
do it we'll for like the next 2 months straight after it comes out. We'll just play it every day.
Yeah,
And you
I'm
can be like,
down.
"Wow, I freaking hate this game," or you could be like, "Wow, this game is the best game ever."
I watched you play Shadow and Mordor, and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to play with that.
I know, and that was on Xbox, so you didn't even get to watch it as I was
I
playing
know.
it.
I got
You
to
had to
watch
watch
just
it
the video
afterwards.
play.
See, gonna have to buy
That's
everything for PlayStation now so
why
we
we
can
play
share play.
everything on PlayStation. Just
Uh,
saying.
so
The
this is
next
the
Call of
game.
Duty
This
game
is
will be
this is the
that.
remake. Stop mumbling. This is the remake that you're going to get, and you
Okay.
already know what it is. Borderlands. There's hints that Borderlands is going to get remastered for the Xbox One and PS4. Will you actually get this or no?
If
Be
you make
honest.
me,
If I make you, no, be honest with yourself.
if we,
Will you
maybe,
get next gen
you
Maya?
know what's going to happen? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Listen,
So
I
what they should do,
really need 2K to give me a freak like that. I haven't been sad about not picking up this last Borderlands game in so long because I don't have a siren to play with. So let's play Destiny, where I have kind of a siren to play with
without healing capabilities.
without healing capabilities. No, you know what? Now that you said that, and you put that in my head. I guess so. Play Maya next gen.
Boom,
I'm
boom.
If they sold it as a package, one,
Yeah.
two, and three, even one and two together.
No, one. You need one, the pre-sequel, and two. You need all three of them. Do
Okay,
it.
I would do it.
Do it now. $60. I'll shell out
Take
another
my
sixty
money.
bucks
Take my money.
for
Give me
all
a
of it.
siren. Can I bring my sirens from my last gen? That'd be
I mean,
great. I
it
would
would be
like that.
great.
Hey, are you listening? I would like that. All right, thanks.
That's right. Update it. You can do it with Call of Duty, so you should be able to do it with this.
Exactly.
Boom. Do it. Make it
Make an
happen.
put an app on my phone.
Yes. Absolutely.
Somebody
Explosions.
somebody make a phone call. Send an email.
I want to like
Dear
put little
Claptrap.
explosions in above my hands right now,
Okay.
like torque explosions.
He is so high strung. He probably is terrible. Terrible blood pressure.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Needs
Well,
some Cheerios in his life.
that's right. Lower that cholesterol.
Right.
So who made the pre-sequel?
To Borderlands,
Yeah, it was 2K where though?
2K Australia,
Yes,
right?
yes. So
Because
speaking of
nobody's speaking
Australia,
English, like
English. They're speaking like Australian English
Australian English.
for all you Aussies out there. Speaking of Australia, yo, what the mate? Like, you going ban GTA?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's like Target and Kmart in Australia.
Which isn't the same as Target and Kmart here, but
No,
it's
they own in the Target and Kmart in Australia are owned by the same company, and they are no longer selling Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's
right.
super inappropriate.
But
Like
it's
they have the highest rating that Australia gives for video games.
so question though. Why did they sell GTA 5 for 360 and PS3?
I don't know. Better graphics make it more violent. I made
I'd
that up.
go
I have no
with
idea.
I'd go with the first person mode
Oh,
because you can
that's
beat a hooker with an axe.
stop it right now. Stop it.
I'm
So
just saying
stupid.
that's what it has to be. And actually, they've come out and said, look, if you don't like the people who made the game, Rockstar have come out and they've been like, look, you don't like the game, don't buy it. We don't care. We already made our money. Like that's
We
their
get
mentality.
rich.
Like
Thanks.
most people have bought it twice. We're good. Don't worry about us. So, and it's not like you can't buy it in Australia, but like Target and Kmart, what's up?
I don't understand why people do that. I mean, like Walmart, I can't remember. I was in high school, I think, or middle school or something. Somebody came out with an album and it was parental advisory, and Walmart pulled it off the shelf.
Eminem.
No, it was before that. Before that.
Yes, she said it. I tricked her.
There was somebody, but somebody put out an album and Walmart refused to sell it. And
Had to
it
been
was,
Ja Rule.
anyway, I don't want to talk about age anymore.
And it was before that
But
too.
what business do they have telling, you don't have to buy it if you work there, if you own
Right.
the store, whatever. Let other people make that decision. You can't make that decision, but you can't tell me what to do.
I
That's
think
how
it
I
also
feel.
comes down to it being like an issue with like freedom of speech or freedom to express yourself. It'll turn into a huge slippery slope if they're like, no, you can't, you can't play that game or we can't sell it because it does X, Y, and Z. And I guess it's okay. They don't have to sell it with them being their store, their private store or corporation or whatever. So they guess they can choose what they do or don't want on their shelves. But when it comes down to it, it's a freedom of expression. Like we
Does
have,
Australia have that though? Like, do they have
I
their
don't
own
know.
like Australian Declaration of Independence?
I don't know. We do, and welcome to America. This is
Mer-
America, mother.
America. Oh my God! Speaking of America, did you see what they found in Boston?
No,
Oh my
I
gosh!
don't read the news.
It's a time
unless it's gaming
capsule.
related.
They refound it, but it's a time capsule
Of when?
from a long time ago. It was put in there by Sam Adams, like the president, not the beer guy.
So what year was that?
A long time ago.
You don't you
I
don't have a date?
dissect it history. 18 something, 17 something. The
So
writer
close to
Paul
like when you were
Revere. Wait,
born, right?
I was trying to get into my Schoolhouse Rock mode with the ride of Paul Revere, set the nation on the road. Shot at Lexington, heard around the world.
Bro, I was
I
just trying to
can't
set up
remember.
the joke. It doesn't matter.
You're being a bad friend. Anyway, so this time capsule was put in there by Sam Adams and Paul Revere. And so they're doing a curator there in Boston. She got it and she's going to x-ray it to see what's inside so she doesn't damage anything, I guess. And then next week we'll find out what was inside.
Yo,
And
pop that shit open.
I know, and when they took the stone out, coins fell out. And I guess that's like good juju to put coins. I don't know what our founding fathers, they were smoking something, but like they put these
That Native
coins in there.
American ganja.
It makes sense. But they put coins in there for like good whatever. And I guess they found it before. I don't know if it was like in the 80s or the 20s. I don't remember, but because I didn't really pay close enough attention. But I found
Because
that
you were just a
interesting.
baby in the 20s.
I'm coming to your house on Sunday.
That's gonna be so funny. Good luck making it. I'll get the ramp out.
It's terrible.
But
No.
all right,
See
that's
the
enough of
crap
the
I
old
have to put
person
up with him?
jokes.
Awful. Awful.
All right, so we got a few more things. Let's wrap it up here because I'm running out of old jokes. Tekken 7. They released
Another
a
fighting
character.
game.
Yes, another fighting game. So we're both stoked for this. Woohoo!
Amazing.
Woo. They released another fighting game. They released like a character named Lucky Chloe, and the internet, especially Reddit,
Exploded. Oh, Reddit.
is in an
Exploded.
uproar because the anime cat fighter doesn't come to the U.S. She's a European and I don't
Asian
remember.
specific
Yeah,
character
like
only,
Asian
I'm
European
sure.
specific character.
So she's in a cat suit.
She has a black tutu and some sort of a like shawl that has cat paws
Huh.
and
Cat ears.
I think cat ears. Yeah. Very anime, and she's not coming to the U.S. And I guess the creator of Tekken was basically like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." In his broken English, of course. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna come out with something else with like skinhead machine gun guy or something.
For
So
America.
yeah, so he basically said like,
This is the Canadian American
yeah, like this is what
character.
this is what you guys want. This is what you guys deserve.
Sucks.
So why not just create every character for everywhere?
I don't have an answer for that.
Like I
I understand
is
exclusivity,
media
but I don't even. I can't. I
yeah,
can't even.
like literally, oh my god, pumpkin spice latte. Um like I guess like media's done this before. Uh and if you didn't know this, then I'm just gonna drop a little knowledge bomb on you. In Captain
Woo!
America, he actually filmed three different things when he's talking to his new sidekick. He writes down like a song or like an album that he has to listen to for his little notepad of things he has to keep up with. Well, depending on where you actually saw the film, like America or in Europe or in um, I think Eastern Asia, maybe I don't remember.
Different.
It's different. He has a different list, so it's based on where you are. So like in one list it'd be like Jimi Hendrix, and another list it'd be like British McBritishson, and I'm sorry, I don't know any British pop music or anything.
Oh,
Um,
One Direction.
I are they British?
There.
That's weird.
I'm going
Um,
to that concert in
I'm
September.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. What happens when you have like a
I'll
preteen
think.
in your life?
I'll send thoughts. It's okay. But
I'm
yeah,
getting a
so
pound car and lots of alcoholic beverages to take me there.
no, you're not. Let's be honest. You're gonna walk in there and One Direction's gonna be all
I'm gonna
day,
have a
and you're gonna be
T-shirt
like,
on, like yes,
"Woo!
yes,
I
and then
could be
somebody's gonna
your
be like, "Shouldn't
mother."
you be at the New Kids on the Block reunion?"
And you're like, "No, I'm too old for that."
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Keep going. Keep going.
So my last one is how how awesome would it be if you spent $13 and you made 25 grand off of it?
Oh, the Amiibos. You know what's funny? I was Christmas shopping at Toys R Us, and I went
Hmm.
through all the Amiibos
To see
looking
if there was one
for
broken.
Peach and like the guy with the guns, and they were
Samus
all, yeah, they all had their
appendages.
images properly where they belong. Some of them had, some of the Peaches there, some with backwards feet.
They did. You should have grabbed them. Put them
No,
on
I
eBay.
couldn't. I didn't have one. I read that
Oh,
they had some, so I was like, my husband's like, "What the hell are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "I'm looking for feetless peaches." And
I'm
he's like,
looking. I'm looking for some money.
"Do you need a doctor? Is there something wrong with you? Stick your tongue out. Like, are you having a medical emergency?" And I was like, "No.
You're like,
Do
no,
you
I'm fine.
see peach with no feet?"
He's like, no peaches have feet.
I know.
Well, the legless peach actually did make 25 grand.
Good for that
Now,
person. Now,
yeah.
is that person going to pay up?
Well, I don't know, but that's what it sold for. That's what it says it sold for on eBay. So if they actually did make that, you could literally go in, buy a peach, come out with a car. That's the only time in your life a peach will buy you. It'll get you a car,
That's a
right?
lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. Uh, and get ready for another one, because one of the characters named Marth has a sword. Well, due to an error in manufacturing, he now has two swords. So it'll be the same thing as Samus having two cannons. He has two swords. Fire up the eBay.
You know what's funny? I'm on eBay right now. I'm not even kidding. And there is a defective Amiibo factory sealed Mario, and he's bald. So you know how he's got those sideburns? They're not colored in, they're skin colored.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, how funny is that?
How
Bananas,
much is it
looking
going
at
for?
right now it's at 110 with 33 bids.
Boom. It's not going to make the kind of money they want, but
Oh wait,
$110 off of
here's another
13?
one.
Like all of these
Defective,
amiibos, they're going for a ridiculous amount of money.
defective, oh my gosh, defective Fox McCloud, missing arm. He's missing his arm. But you got to
Uh,
think about it. Like, I got to go back to Toys R Us. But you got to think about, like, here's a defective Pikachu. Feet error. I don't know what's wrong with his feet.
you go in there and you're spending $13 on something, even if it comes back out and they buy it off of eBay for $50, you just quadrupled your money or tripled your money. Like
Yeah.
that's nuts. And it's crazy that it's just manufacturing errors. It's like nothing it's rolling the dice. It's like winning the lottery of amiibos.
Yeah.
Like oh, why do people do this? Why are people so like is this really a collector?
I
Something
don't
broken is a
know.
collector?
I guess so.
I mean, I'll go out and buy a peach and just cut the legs off and repackage it.
Can't do that.
What's that
That's
do?
dishonest. Oh, here's a reverse leg. Peach.
Oh
She looks
goodness.
like she's doing the can, but she's broken. I like this one, defective peach, but she's just sideways in the packaging.
That's just bad packaging. That's
You're
not
doing it
defective, bro.
wrong. She
That's
looks
not
fine.
defective.
Huh.
Oh goodness.
No
Well,
legs. See, that's what I don't get. This one's no legs, $51, six bids. Like, are people messing? Here's another one, defective Kirby's upside down.
so he's not actually defective. There's nothing
No,
to do with it.
no, upside down
People
and
are
loose.
crazy.
I'm going.
People are crazy.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going back. I'm gonna look.
Well, let's see. I think that's pretty much it for on my plate here. We did have the Call of Duty guns that just came out for Xbox. For all those who have Season Pass, go ahead and check them out.
We
And
have
other
season
than that,
passes, don't we? No,
we do. Yeah, we have Season Pass. Well, I do. I don't
I
know
don't
if you
think
ended up getting it or not.
I don't
Um,
hate it.
but other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Do you have anything on your agenda?
No, I don't think so. I think we about covered it all.
All right. Well, sweet beats. Enjoy the Destiny. Make sure you like and favorite and subscribe and everything else our vid. Check out the website. Check out the Facebook. Check out the Twitter. Check out the everything else we have. I think that's about it. Go ahead and take a look at some other podcasts and tell us what you do or don't like. Right? Right. Right on. Right on.
You
All
got a
right.
little laggy there.
That's okay.
You got a little Call of Duty lag.
It's all right. It's okay.
That's good.
All right. Hashtag bye.
Bye.